anyway.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, map 2, we have arrived. Put your hands together. Let's build the energy in the room again. Make some noise. There we go.
All right, well, right now it looks like we've got a decent amount of grenades bought out by VP. 2 players with armor as well, Bialy and Pasha, but good amount of smokes. 3, in fact, already up on the pistol round, and a good amount of flashes to complement that. Are they going to go for an A hit? Looks like they are. So not the standard B rush we normally see.
They did this last on map on overpass as well. They did the fake. They had a heavy utility play there, but like you said, 4 players heading towards the A ramp here. 1 player lurking towards the top and middle as well. But the CT is pushing off short, trying to gain information. This is good, but grenades being expended now as the smokes come onto the A bomb site.
Yeah, and this actually limits Elige and Adren. They're stuck outside of those smokes, so they've got to fight back through this. This should give an easy bomb plant to Virtus.pro, who used the nade to take down Hiko. He was on the CT stairs, so now all players from Liquid are coming from the same angle and smoked off. And Virtus.pro, they're going to go straight through. They're actually going to walk in and take the fight before Liquid are even going to get a chance to get the bomb site back. They do manage to pick up 2 kills with Elige and Fugly, but Taz in the end will put down the ladder. And there's the final kill as well. Taz onto Elige. It's 1-0 Virtus.pro.
So there we go, then smoke play coming in as we expected there. But this time, instead of waiting for the smokes there and sitting behind them, they chose to push through, surprise the counter-terrorists, and the frags fell apart for the CTs there. They actually only got 1 or 2 kills there, I think. But now we go into the second round. It'll be interesting to see how Liquid approaches this one. Will they be getting the armor buy-in? We see a lot of teams do this. It looks like they're, interesting enough, not going to be expending everything here. They're going to get the P250s, a couple of grenades as well, but not going to be going full into this one. Snacks picking up the sawn-off shotgun. That's coming into the meta more and more now. I think that players like Flusher and JW really are wielding that a lot and showing it is a viable weapon going into this. So this would be perfect, considering the CTs don't have armor going into this scenario.
Interestingly enough, Hiko was actually one of the players who used to use it on Nuke Hut, even on gun rounds, because it was so good in that position. So that's no longer a case because we don't have Nuke on the map pool.
That's true.
RIP. But it is going to be Neo jumping over top of Tetris. First kill onto Hiko. Quite good, but Adren comes back in. So they've actually managed to find 1 eco frag so far. That does limit the economy, and decent damage onto Neo as well if they can find a way to follow it up. But Taz, using that P90, is just going to obliterate everyone remaining, and finally that shotgun will come out.
So much more simple round there coming in from VP. Against the Anonymous players, as mentioned before, that's going to be absolute masterclass for them. Going in with the weapons like the MAC-10 is going to chew the CTs together. So here we go. Then we go into round number 3. The CTs, once again, going to be making sure they have that full buy going into the first gun round. I like that a lot. A lot of teams don't do that these times. They won't have the AWP. They won't have the Molotovs, for example. So this is a really positive step from Liquid, I think. I think they've made the right decision here going forward.
See if these pistols actually can find anything as well. Elige putting himself in a very forward and aggressive angle on that A ramp. Changes his mind, though, gets more aggressive toward the connector position. Do they check in account for the fact that there's 2? Elige manages to pick up 1, but they do check every corner. And what a fast round again. Virtus.pro on the anti-eco, but here we go. Like you said, guns are going to come out.
Yeah, really strong there play from VP. Going in, staying as that 5-man unit, not even spreading across the map, choosing their areas decisively, and just getting in, and they knew that'd be the full eco. So Adren picking up the AWP. VP not going to be presenting that same option here. Neo's going to be with the AK-47. It's building that economy there. You can see a decent bank of cash there for the T so far, but this time they have got full AKs, full set of grenade as well. CT's not looking too hot there because Adren's actually glass cannon. They've got no defuse kits. It's not as strong as I thought it would be considering they saved fully, but here we go then. We go into round number 4. And CT's actually showing a little bit of aggression towards the top and middle as well. We can see Nitro going to be pushing up and trying to find some intel out.
Keep in mind they did invest into a few pistols. They had P250s and Deagles out, which was just enough to push them over that limit. Nitro manages to pick up 1, but Virtus.pro are playing so fast right now. Again, already out middle. And 4 kills to the 1 in return. Leaves Fugly alive but alone. Has an M4. Can of fire, as well as armor, and I imagine he'll just secure a position where he can look for exit kills and hold on to that weapon because there's not much of a chance for him to get back into this. Bomb's going to go down on the A site, and Snacks and Neo are already on the hunt.
And what a brutal first round that was. Normally most teams on that first gun round like to present a little bit of aggression towards middle. It can be very viable for the CTs to do that. You can see now it's just going to be Fugly, last man remaining with the rifle, just trying to get some exit frags here. We'll make one onto Bialy. But the point I was making before, if you're actually going up together, you need to have the AWP crossfiring you, making sure he's actually covering you. Fugly just scrambling for some kills there.
And Snacks is going to come out at an opportune moment. Looks back, realizes he's flashed, so gets quickly toward Palace, but that does funnel him in Taz's position, so he's got to fight himself out a lot further here if he wants this AK. Manages 1 more. But low on HP. Does he get caught? He can actually get away from this. Good fire as well to hold off Snacks, and he will keep the AK. Well played.
Yeah, VP could afford to chase him in that scenario. They wanted to get him. You could see how hungry they were for that kill. Had they got it, it would have been really valuable to him because you see the economy so crushed right now. The AK on Fugly does make it interesting a little bit. It means they can actually, if they do predict where they're going to go and then get him in the right position, if he sets the scoreboard on fire and actually makes a couple of kills, that could be interesting, especially because of the AK-47. But this time, Neo will be picking up the AWP. 4-0 in favor of VP now. They are building that momentum. We talked about this is the nightmare start for Liquid. They're going to be investing men towards middle. Liege does get taken down with Fugly taking out Snacks as well. So it's a 4-on-4, and this is what we're talking about. He gets that first frag on the board. Now he can rotate and decide where to go.
Fugly still again. Watch Nitro, though. He's actually perfectly behind them right now at top of middle. Fugly's going to get one more with the gun, but there's Nitro coming in with the CZ75. And if he pushes forward, he's got a rifle he can use. And now they've got the man advantage. AWP for Nitro. As Bomb, though, is on the A site in the hands of Bialy.
Well, now then, 3-on-2 situation. They have got the AWP on Nitro as well. No kits, though, so they need to find another kill right now. They're going to have a real chance of getting back into this.
Adren's going to run into Pasha and get caught off guard. Didn't expect him to be pushing through. Connector does give Nitro yet another opportunity from behind, but he fires away too soon. He's flashed up Pasha, but there's no armor. And therefore, Nitro does go down. It all turned so bad so quickly as they had a chance, and they still may, as Fugly will get Bialy. He's near the bomb, but Pasha's just going to play this out. Tries to take the peek, and Fugly hits it, but he's got no kit. So 4 kills for Fugly with the 1 saved AK, and still not enough to secure the round.
I said that AK could be dangerous, and my God, was it dangerous there. 4 frags, pick up the AWP as well. So considering what was going on that round, that's actually really cool for them to actually
and go back to Nitro hitting that shot. If he did actually take down Pasha,
that was an easy shot with the AWP. Like he had 2 bites to the cherry there. He had the AWP shot, then the CZ in the back on the fully blind Pasha. Somehow didn't land that kill. That could have been the clutch one, and then he could have got back into this game. But here we go, 5-0 in favor of the T side. You can see Neo picking the AWP. So is Adren, though. Yet to have any real impact. He's on 1 for 5. You need to step up here and start controlling that middle area.
And that's Fugly went to pick that up as well at the end of the round, which is why they were able to afford bringing it out again so quickly. And that does also give them 4 kits. None for Nitro. But as we know, he's aggressive early, so maybe not the worst player not to have one. Snacks again in this underpass. Late smoke on the window because they did want to take that pick. They had the AWP in a position where it would have been advantageous. But Liege is going to be the closest one to all of this action. Nitro's gone toward ladder room as well, so he'll be able to set up a crossfire, but they may be aware of his position because they're already nading in toward him, and he's taken a good amount of damage already.
So all the terrorists actually up towards middle now. You can see the bomb actually rotating back to B now. But Snacks gets in the connector. This is actually a great smoke for him. And there's the first pick coming with Bialy on shore. Takes down Nitro now, getting them another advantage. 5-on-4 in favor of the T's.
They played that really well. They limited Nitro's movement. They had window covered. He couldn't escape through. And Hiko, not normally a player to make mistakes like that, walks in when they have absolutely no information. And Snacks was just waiting for the rotation, follow it up. 2 more kills as Neo and Pasha finally come to life. And Liege last alive goes down immediately after. Another very convincing round with guns out against Liquid.
T-side not really having to do too much here in terms of tactics. They're just waiting. All 5 men at one point were committed towards the middle area. And then we see them boosting up towards window. Pasha getting frags here. And then they're just waiting for the CTs to make mistakes, essentially. Once they got that kill into ladder room, it seemed like the CTs weren't really sure how to position themselves to get back into it. So Hiko getting killed quite questionably. They had the intel, all the players towards the middle, and he actually had it back towards connector. But there we go. 6 rounds on the board for VP. AWP still going to be on board of Adren. He needs to start making that work for him as they push up middle once
Nitro.
again.
That smoke might just give Nitro enough of a movement, but Neo's there with at least one on the AWP. It's responded, and now Nitro, who was undetected, still able to pick up the 2nd kill. And the aggressive play, the call from Adren, works for Liquid. This gives them a man advantage, but they still have given up the A site. Taz is going to lurk through, and the bomb will follow in his footsteps. Bialy gets caught, though. Adren is able to pick him up with the AWP, and that means the bomb will go further into the round without being planted. Still a minute left, though, and look at Taz's position. Fugly spots him up, though, and this will give the read. So now they won't get caught off at that window room, and he's got to go back to the A site. And still he awaits for the arrival of Snacks, who is doing Snacks things right now, lurking on B all by his lonesome, and he may just be able to catch off 1 or 2, but it still doesn't necessarily give Taz any movement. Luckily, that smoke will allow him to put the bomb down. And Snack's going to wait. He doesn't even need to take this shot. He goes for it right away, actually. I thought he might hold on to that a little bit sooner. And Adren's yet to turn around, so they pulled this back to a 2-on-2 as Taz picks up one more on Hiko, and he's still got decent position. They drop into the site from Sandwich, and Taz will pick up Nitro. It's down to Adren. 1 versus 2 from a 2 versus 4. And it's all falling apart again for Liquid, who are desperate to get back into this game. Showing the inexperience of old and down low on HP. 24 to go for Adren, but he pops up on top of the box, and he's caught as Taz uses the smoke to his advantage. And Liquid, do they slow it down? Do they call a timeout right now and talk things over? Because this is not what, I mean, this is the Liquid of old. They just look lost. No motivation that they had.
4-on-2 situation falling apart like that. It looked like they had it all tied up. They had that great middle push to kick things off, and this time they actually had the AWP backing them up, making sure the return frags were made, got great control, and then they allowed Taz to go to CT spawn. He got locked down by Fugly. Thought, great, they've got this in a great position now. They know where Taz is. It's just Snacks was that, snake in the grass, got the first frag towards CT spawn there. He pushed all the way back from B, and that's a really disappointing round, not just in terms of the context of the game, it's the morale of the team as well. We really disappointed that one. They buy up with a Nova onto Fugly and some CZs as well, but this is another round looking like it's going to go only one way, and that's going to be in favor of VP, as they should take the actual half victory here as well.
Yeah, that's insane that it's already 7 rounds unanswered. And again,
it's just flown by,
even
it?
With the lost round bonus based on the aggressive buy to get the AWP on a Dren, they're limited significantly. Nitro, again, will pick up an early kill with the CZ75, but Neo's already worked up short and into the window room. Nitro knows that they're going to fire him into the corner, which forces him out. Very smart. Take no chances. And the nade to follow it up as well. They didn't even need Neo to come into it.
Now it's going to gain that short control, sticking as that tight unit. We see them do this a lot on the anti-ecos, making sure if anyone dies, it's the men there to back them up. It's just a textbook CS coming in. And when you've got players like Bialy lighting up the scoreboard like that, it's not really much the CTs can do. As a Nova towards a B apartments, that's Fugly. He gets taken down. Just going to leave Hiko on his lonesome now in a 4-on-1 against VP with the bomb going down on B.
And I think Fugly was hoping someone would desperately walk through the apartment so he could just hit him with the shotgun and swap out for a rifle, but they all walked in from short after that early pick-in window. So Hiko will look for exits. Virtus Pro, they'll take 8 rounds so far, and Hiko isn't even going to get his wish.
Yeah, this is getting to the point of no return now. 8-0 in such formidable fashion as well. I like this player with the Molotov. Actually really smart. They knew where he was, flushed him out, and there it is.
They've called it. Liquid's called it. So they are taking the timeout. Yeah, undoubtedly. And they'll do it right before a buy rather than on the eco previous. So
that 4-on-2, that's where it just went. You thought, okay, they've got a chance to get back into this now. There should be a tied-up round. And that was signs of Liquid of old. They don't normally make that mistakes recently with the addition of Hiko. It seems like the restructure has kind of flushed out those issues, but that was pretty bad to watch. The fact they allowed, even though they knew where Taz was, they just had no idea the flank was coming in from Snacks. He made it all the way to CT spawn, found that first frag, and then they started facing one by one and left the Dren in that impossible situation of the 1-on-2 with the retake with the AWP. So 8-0 now. You can see they have got a decent bank of cash. I'd like them to see the run, maybe a double AWP setup now. Dren's been doing relatively well. The round they come to close to winning, he got 2 frags there. So potentially leaving one man in B anchoring. That could be Nitro with the AWP. Having a Dren moving more of a mobile AWP. He could go up to short, for example. They need to start mixing it up, go for that first frag, get them in a decent position. Double AWP, I think, would probably be a savior here.
Yeah, I mean, there's potential for it. The big thing is they need to sustain the early pick. Even the times they've gotten it, it was traded immediately. We saw Fugly pick one up 1-for-1 at window. We saw Nitro actually push aggressively and actually give them that advantage, and that round all fell apart. So it's a matter of not necessarily being in a position where you have to get traded, and in most cases, they haven't even found that early pick to begin with. So
well, we've got time here. Let's have a quick look at the score, but we can see Hiko yet to arrive. 0 for 8 for him. It's kind of
shocking.
We don't normally say that at all about him, right? He's normally the guy, the star player of this team. You can see the buy is coming in now. So they have got a Dren on the AWP. Hiko yet to buy on my screen. They say he's going to go in the rifle as well. We can see VP going to be rolling. They've got so much money right now. You can see he's 11k on Snacks, 9k on Bialy, 9k on Taz. So they're pretty much set for the rest of the game here. But this is the big round. If Liquid can get a couple in a row here, they lose this one, and then it's pretty much the point of no return, as I mentioned before. They need to get back in this game right now. The pauses normally do help teams. They're not going to be going aggressive this time. More of a orthodox setup. Not going to be pushing straight up middle, but let's see what they can do now.
Liege getting information on A ramp. Very different approach to this, but Hiko's got his eyes fixed on Palace, and Taz was slightly in the open. Hiko's going to try and spam him down, but does get him on the second peek. And now a Liege, as I say, rather than Hiko gets that kill. That's the second one of the round. So now they've got a 2-round advantage with no trades against them. Finally, they can look to try and secure some map control, but the late smoke will deter Pasha from trying to walk through connector as well. It's even better. And Elise, he's looking in the right position, but doesn't know it as the smoke dissolves. Who's going to shoot first? And it is Elise who spots up Pasha, just the edge of his leg. And it's good enough to give them a 3-man advantage. Finally, something to work with.
Yeah, surely this one's tied up. And there we go. That one confirms it. Bialy goes down. He's just going to leave Neo here. The dangerous thing about this is, though, this resets the loss bonus for Liquid. Next round, actually, the good thing about this is they didn't lose any men. As I say that, Neo gets one more to Liege, but they only lost one man. They still have a decent money here. This is the round that really counts. If they lose this one, potentially could... Well, actually, the money's not too bad, but they will be on a very difficult buy indeed. So this is the one that counts. VP 8-1 now. So we're going to round number 10.
You have to wonder as well, Liquid slightly less experienced in these LAN environments if that delay
I'm
did
not,
take the wind
I'm
out
not
of
going to
their
buy that
sails.
anymore, Matt. They've been to 10 events,
That's
I think.
true.
That's what I was
That's
mentioning.
true.
I don't think you can keep saying these guys aren't experienced enough. It's really not. I don't entertain that anymore, unfortunately.
They're going for the same push they went for 3 rounds ago. Adren will hold off the window. This time they're caught, though, because Virtus Pro, they don't go out as aggressively, and that smoke does allow Nitro to pick up only one, but Bialy gets right back into it. Snacks goes even further than that. Adren down gives them entire mid-control to work with, and Fugly limited to just the B apartments. Hiko on the A site, and Snacks again to lurk against him. Does he get spotted this time? If he can find the kill against Snacks, they may have a chance if he can get to B fast enough, but he hasn't. He's walked past him, and now Snacks gets to do what he does best and just walk in at the worst possible moment. Fugly able to pick up one on Taz. That does help, but Hiko's aware. He actually turns back, so now there's a real chance. If Snacks had gotten that kill, it was all over, and Hiko coming through is able to pick up everybody, and finally he clutches out a round, and Liquid will get 2 back-to-back.
That's the one they needed to win. The money stays strong for them. 3 players go down, but Hiko finally coming to life on this first half. 3 frags for him. Great retake there. We saw him working really well on the overpass, and this time starting to wake up now. 8-2. They really do need the rest of these rounds. They need to start stringing this momentum together. Fugly saves the AWP. We need to see this replay now. Fugly taking out the first frag, and then Hiko watching for the lurk. This is the shot that really sums it up. That's a really nice play from him. And then nice little tap to finish things off. But second round, some signs of life for Liquid yet. And Neo now picking up the AWP as well.
That's the thing, though, right? It's again this momentum base that starts and mounts so heavily against Liquid. It's good to see them crawling back into games like this, because formerly this was a huge issue, but it's almost, like you said, the writing on the wall at this point. We'll see if they can do it. Again, they made things interesting after a 10-5 half on overpass, but that time they were going over to the CT side. As Neo again has that AWP in a good position in window, and having not found the pick early enough, they'll late smoke off Adren, who goes for a desperate shot through it. But now it's up to Elige to hold off short. Does so successfully. Again, those smokes such a gap above them now. Bialy's still pushing, and Elige gets back into safety. So he gives up a little bit of position, but stays alive, and that gives them the man advantage now to play with.
Yeah, didn't overstay his welcome. Got that one frag, worked out those more players there as well, and that gives information to the B players. They can stay strong there. We've got control of A, stay towards the B bomb site, and save a utility as well. So you can see the T's now just trying to take away that intel from the CTs. Getting smokes down connector, window as well, and looks like they're going to be boosting up Snacks there as well. We know how deadly he can be in these sort of positions.
It's been a while since we've seen this boost come into play.
Oh,
not this game at all. And Elige, he spots him up too late, and he actually fires away, and he's already gone through the gopher hole, which gives him the kill on Fugly. The timing is just barely off, and although Elige does come back to get him, the damage has been done, and now Virtus Pro, they've got the B site as Nitro goes down. Elige has to rotate back, but he needs to be cautious in his approach because his 2 teammates are not yet in position to go for the retake with him. Neo's just putting himself in a position now to plant the bomb without being spotted. And look at Bialy just holding with that AK toward the window. Has to turn his attention back toward Catwalk because they don't have the full read on exactly the fact that all 3 players from Liquid, are going to try and go for the standard play out of Checkers. First one goes to Bialy. That was Elige trying to get information as he was low on HP. Neo missing that second shot with the AWP, but they're still not any closer, and he will make up for it. Not before Adren could take down Bialy, so still has a chance as he takes down Neo. It's back to a one-on-one. As Taz needs to just bait this out. He's on top of it already. The smoke in play. He's trying to spam into it. Taz has lost track of it, and even the Shadow Daggers won't do it. Liquid will pick up 3. And oh my God, that was close.
What a massive round that was from Liquid. I thought when they were all retaking from the kitchen area as well, I thought there's no chance of getting back into this round. Adren picking up a couple of frags there, and actually with his dream smoke, couldn't have worked out any better for him. Taz potentially a little panic there coming into it. He tries to get the stab off. Did he die towards the end? No, actually survived, but...
They both kind of walked away in shock, I think, that actually
what just happened. Yeah, that's the best scenario for Adren there. I bet he can't believe his luck he didn't get taken down, but there we go. Liquid string 3 together, and they have the AWP towards middle still. Virtus Pro still will be buying into this. Once again, going for that mid control, making their way up to short. Elige has been the one locking them down as they go up there. He's going to the same position towards connector as well.
Still, though, coming down to these close situations, it means that both teams this round are facing a save if they lose. So it's still not out of the woods for Liquid, but a great chance to break the economy as they trade 1-for-1 early on. Again, it's Elige in, but right back out as Snacks will avenge his teammate. And Nitro's been playing on this catwalk position more recently. At the initial start of this game, he was actually favoring with Elige toward that connector position. Throwing the bomb back up to short might indicate this is going to be a B take as well.
They have made it a 4-on-4 situation now. You can see the CTs still have 2 men. They're going to be pushing into a lower ramp now, so that does give them some intel. But look at that. Look at Fugly. Pushed all the way to T-spawn as well. He could backstab here if he gets his skates on.
Fugly and Hiko, they both take turns lurking on off sites, and he was the lurker in this team. Flowsick did a little bit, but Fugly was one of the guys that definitely has made this type of play work in the past. And Nitro getting snacks means this is even more opportune for Fugly. Bialy, though, turns back, still goes down. He was actually looking in the correct direction. They've rotated through underpass, though, and Fugly won't have that read, but Hiko and Adren definitely haven't spotted anything at A, so he actually is going to go back, and they've got this done correctly. It's Nitro on the site that initially will have to attack against them, and does so successfully. Does he get both? Does. They won't even need to rotate back around, and now it's 4 straight for Liquid.
So those first 8 rounds you saw from VP, they're relying on that big middle formation, getting all the frags here. Ever since that famous pause comes in, Liquid have worked out what's going on, played a lot more passively, and Lige is playing really well in that connector area as well. It seems to be getting some big frags here. We can see Nitro on your screen, just holding off that B-bomb site in great fashion there. 2 frags to secure the round. So now the money actually has been shifted towards Liquid's favor. You can see the force, well, a quasi-buy coming in from VP. They have 1 AK and 4 pistols coming into this, have a little bit of utility, but so far, VP really have just been favoring the individual skill here. They haven't done anything too intense tactically. I'm sure next round we'll probably see something like that, maybe more of a set piece execution coming in, but 8 rounds on the board. Liquid fighting back there with 4 in a row.
Snacks is he's just going to walk through this. He's the type of player who's done it in the past. He actually has the flash if he wanted to throw his customary lob in the smoke, but he doesn't, and Lige waiting with the AK is able to secure the kill. And again, it was still tight in economy last round. It's not definitely perfect for Liquid, but this is a great chance if they can keep all 5 players alive. At the very minimum 4. Well, there you go. It's going to be 4 as Nitro goes down to Pasha to build it. And Lige gets caught. I thought he actually knew he was there and had the knife out at first, but he was actually just jumping back into safety. Little did he know it was the wrong way to go.
Yeah, well, Liquid definitely are back into this game. They lose 2 frags, but considering the amount of bank they've built up so far, they're actually convincingly getting into this one. So 5 AKs once again. Neo not going to be wielding the AWP this time, but this is the round I expect to see something more tactical from them. The mid player has been called out now. Lige has got that smoke towards connected. It seems to be finding frags, if not one every single time they go for it. So what's Adren going to do? Is he going to keep focusing towards middle? We'll be going towards B. It'll be interesting to see what he brings to the party this time. He's still wielding that AWP. He's actually going to be going straight towards mid again. Here we go. So players going towards Palace this time. Not going to be doing that heavy mid play we've seen a lot of from VP so far. Going to be what? Buying the time down, smoke towards top and middle. The T's now making their way towards the A-bomb site.
Interestingly, by the way, Hiko's got 5 kills. 3 of them came in that one round he clutched.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter the number. Exactly. If there's some important kills, they actually get them back into the game. That's fair enough. So
yeah, exactly. And then that was when they won 2 in a row as well. So that was escaping the fact that they would have had a money reset. Pasha has worked down middle toward that connector position. There's no smoke in it now because it's dissolved, and he actually might walk in at the perfect time because Lige and Adren are both helping out at the front of the bomb site. So Pasha picks up at least 1. Adren's caught in the open, and Neo walking in, but Nitro is going to come back in with at least a kill. And Hiko gets traded by Bialy. Does bring it back to a 3 versus 2. Not a bad situation considering how poorly the positioning was from Liquid to start this off, but with the bomb down and Fugly walking into the open, it only gets worse. And Virtus Pro, you said it, we're going to go back to tactics. They use the smokes initially. What a shot! Taz, that's insane.
It was kind of obvious that was going to go back. It was clear the standard 5-man formation towards mid, it wasn't working out for them as well. They've been caught out. Maybe waited a little bit too long before bringing that tactic out. They probably could have shut down that pressure they were getting from Team Liquid. But here we go. They do the tactical execution onto A, get the bomb down, and it seems like it all fell apart from Liquid from that point. Taz with that lovely shot to finish things off. He's actually sat on 14 frags right now, so he's having a pretty strong game as we go into round number 15. Now, Liquid still have a pretty decent buy coming in. So actually, it's not that easy. They've got Max 7 and a Famous, where they have got the AWP, but he gets the first kill of the Snacks just in time for the smoke to bloom, and that gets him in the 5-on-4. They're still going for it though. That's a Lige once again giving that frag away on the 15th round. He did it on overpass and gets the T's back in the game with that really questionable push.
That time, again, through a smoke as well, so he was completely segregated. Nitro, though, will use the Mag 7 to pick up 1 and an AK-47 now. So they're back to 4 rifles. Never mind what they started with. It's fair game. And look at Nitro's position, still inside that apartment, and Bialy knew he was there, so he took him down swiftly. Lost a good amount of HP in the process, down to 32. So at least a body shot from Nitro, but It evens things up at 3 and forces the defense to split up now, specifically more so that Elige died on A, Nitro died on B. They don't have a read on exactly what Virtus Pro are doing.
Well, this is it. You saw a flash coming in towards B bomb, so it has peeled CT's away towards F for now, but VP, no, they've got a lot of time on the board left still. Pasha making his way towards Connector, and it's going to be Hiko waiting that area towards CT spawn, just playing very passively. Just wants to get the call off, give his team a chance to rotate, not giving away too much. Just watching the steps area now.
It's going to be A. That means Hiko's got to be the one to stop this, slow this down, and Adren, he'll have to rotate from Market. He is late to do so. Fugly's actually pushing out first, so Hiko's going to go down before they're even moving. And what an entry from Pasha. Should now potentially leave us with the exact same scoreline, or will it, that we had at halftime in the first game. But Fugly gets back in again, so it's 2 a 1-on-1. As Adren found one before Taz answered. And it is that exact man, Taz, who has the bomb to work with and play in his favor, that has to go against Fugly, and they're going to spar off. Fugly forces Taz even further back, but Taz, knowing he has time, is going to go all the way back, but is he going to get here in time? He's not. It's going to be the second time in a row the defuse is going to come against Taz in a one-on-one. And this time, there's not even any smoke. Fugly read that very well.
Now we talk about Taz and his 6 clutches against Navi, for example, this time, falling a little bit short on those rounds. Those were key rounds as well, so actually goes 9-6 in favor of VP, but what a comeback that was from Liquid. When we were 8-0 down, we thought, okay, this is it. There's a point of no return. But after that pause, they came to life and managed to get those many rounds on the board. That's actually pretty cool, because considering Hiko lost in that CT spawn frag to Pasha, we thought that was another round they were going to lose. But they are doing enough to stay in this one at least. So a pretty good half from VP. Getting 9 rounds on the board as T is always going to be fantastic. But once again, Liquid proving they're still in this battle.
And there it is, our head-to-head comparison against Snacks. Hiko, yeah, he had that one clutch, you're right, but Snacks had that play in the 4-on-2 as well, where he was just, he's so good. And Mirage is like his playground, right? Like, Overpass, yeah, we definitely saw some lurking from him there, and naturally it rewards people who do so around the bathroom area, but Mirage was where he kind of coined it, where he's been so good, and more specifically, CT side on the B apartment.
Well, here we go then, Team Liquid, 4 sets of armor, and Fugly with that smoke grenade as well. It's a little bit of a stack coming in. An aggressive play from the CT's going to be making their way up middle. It's going to be Nitro at the top there. The rest of the guys, and they're going to be apartments to know.
This actually bodes well because there's 2 members inside B as well. They had a fast rotation, but Taz and Snacks go to check A because they don't get enough information. So Liquid with Adren and Elige are able to walk into the B site. Bomb goes down, and now what can Virtus Pro try and do to retake? Neo's going to come around from the ladder room. Does an okay amount of damage onto both Elige and Nitro, and Elige eventually does go down, but not before taking Snacks, and quickly as that, it's all concluded. As Liquid pull back into the second pistol. They didn't win the first one this time, but that's 7 rounds now total.
So the CT's going on middle, trying to work out what's going on there. Nitro doing a great job, just keeping them there, controlling them. His job in that sort of position is trying to hold off any rotation. So the CT's had a real difficult time getting up to short. There's a lot of distraction going off there, and the fast play coming out the windows to stifle the CT's onto the bomb site. Frags exchange very quickly, and Liquid get themselves the pistol, but of course, VP will be buying into this one. They get the Desert Eagles, which can be so hard to handle on this map. A lot of long-range duels, and Neo showing one of the key angles here. Going to be waiting with that Desert Eagle in hand, seeing if we can get the 1-bullet shot off here, but here we go. Liquid this time playing a more traditional anti-eco setup, waiting for the CTs, and they should stick together in this scenario and just make sure they get frag for frag. Can't allow the CTs to pick off one player and fall back.
Bomb intentionally dropped at Horseshoe, but first kill goes to Virtus Pro, and it's against Fugly. And Pasha, look how aggressive he was. He's able to fall away from this as well without being traded, so that helps significantly. Neo's down to 3 HP. He's got a deagle, so if he hits a headshot, what's it matter?
T's only got 1 smoke grenade remaining now, so all 4 in the B departments at the moment, but they need to work out how they're going to get into this bomb site. They've got 2 flashbangs and 2 recon players as well, in terms of Nitro and Adren there with the SMGs. It's going to be coming in and it's going for a B execution now.
They are going against Pasha, though, who does have a Mac 10 as well.
Look at this setup, this bait. Pasha's going to spot them. They're not going to check that angle, I don't think, but they actually Molotov it off, so it might work out for them. Bialy on top of them, finds 1 frag. Will he be able to get another here? Gets taken down by Hiko.
Smart play as well from Pasha to Molotov under the window, so the quick drop would at least give them some damage. But they've got it back. They still have 2 players up. Virtus Pro bombs just now going to go down. And the rifle players, Hiko and Elige, are both significantly low on HP, 29 and 26. So these deagles can definitely take them down. But I think they might just look to save, or is Snack's going to rotate through to Cat? Makes the window jump first try, swift movement, and now Taz taking down Elige. There's a real chance. There's absolutely a real chance. They don't have kits, though, so time is against them, and Adren taking down Snacks definitely bodes well, and unfortunately Taz can't assess which angle is more dangerous. it's one round the difference, and it'll have to be pretty much a full save from the CTs.
I expected more from that B setup there. We saw Pasha jumping up and making sure he could actually give the information off for his baiting his teammate in there, but only picks up one frag. They make their way into the B site and recover the round. It came down to a little bit hairy at the end, but Snacks once again buying the Desert Eagle. The rest of the guys on P250s, it seems, and then we have 4 AKs and then Fugly on the SMG. It allows him to go into the bomb sites first. Seems like this time be no messing around, straight towards A, not going to even be feeling it out the map at all, and then seeing what they can do.
So they try and work on to A this time, but look at the stack from Virtus Pro. Not putting any aggression on mid. Nitro, normally we see him lurk the underpass in these situations. Is this going to catch them off? But they do manage to pick up Taz. Bodes well for the entry. Again, it's Fugly to pick up that kill as he continues to lead the way frag-wise, but Bialy's there in the back of the site, and he's able to pick up 2 as he sits by Firebox, and luckily they get back into him before the damage gets much worse, but it still does mean we're in a similar situation to last round with 2 very low HP players against 2 Deagles. And this time they don't yet have the bomb down, not to mention, look at Pasha's position. He's managed to come around behind them in Palace, and now with Snacks taking down Adren before the plant, this could all work against them as Pasha shows up and Fugly's caught off. He is answered, but Snacks, he nails the Deagle. And they won't even get back to tie point before Virtus Pro hit 10.
They thought they were too secure, that smoke down in CT Sport, and it seemed like they had no idea that anyone could jump up on the ticket booth there. It's a common angle. It's not a smoke that guarantees you palm there, so you need to make sure you actually have at least someone even just looking towards that area. Bomb goes down, and then Snacks just cleans up with the Desert Eagle. Low HP player into apartments. Pasha took care of him. And then we've got the frag board up. Taz leading the charge once again. 18 frags for him, and it's pretty even in the Team Liquid camp now, but they're going to round number 19. That's going to push Liquid onto an eco here. They have got a couple of Tech 9s and P250s. And Fugly picks up head armor as well, but this should be around. The CTs can convert to a number 11 on the board here.
Elise has already taken a massive amount of damage. And look how quickly things shift. Snack's able to pick up an AK-47, the rest by M4s, and Liquid left with very little. Snacks has found his way into Sandwich as well, which gives him a forward position. We'll see if they check this. Flash goes out, but he's going to hug the wall, so he won't be spotted just yet. Elige tries to walk in and do damage, but the crossfire is far too sharp. Eventually, Adren does walk in from Tetris, but the last one left, Snacks, struggles eventually, so Neo will help him do the honors in getting the kill, but it does give them now 11 pretty easily, and there's money available if Liquid want to buy in, and they will. They're going to force it up.
Well, that's the thing. Last round, they didn't really have too much to actually invest into that. And not a lot of teams will get Tech 9s out, smoke grenades, flashbangs, go for the plan in that situation. They didn't really have too much to work with. So went out on A dry. Didn't really do much of everything. They got 1 frag there. But now they come in with the AKs and the Gillet as well. Not really much in terms of utility. They have to make sure they work together. And this is what they're more of a faster play here. All 5 players going towards the B apartment right now. Is this going to be a straight up B rush? It looks like it may be. Actually going to be slowed down though, that Molotov and Fugly actually has to go to call in. We can't really do much of this, but Neo's position, this could be really deadly for them.
He's able to dodge the initial damage from that grenade, so only 5 taken. But they're still stacked up. Option to go back down underpass is very limited as well, and the fact that Taz is pushed up middle and Snacks is aggressive on A, so they've actually got this figured out, yet they're not rotating fully. Taz will be able to work down catwalk as soon as the call comes in, and as he gets there, he's pretty much got no work left to do, or does he? Elige gets back into both, so it's traded, but still the advantage favors Virtus Pro, and those were quite quick kills from Elige. It looked like it was all for naught, but in the end, it's he that remains versus 3 players on low HP, and the flash, that blinds him up enough to at least be spotted, but not taken down until Snacks does arrive. And now it's all Virtus Pro since that 3rd round. I guess you could say eco win with those Deagles.
Well, the problem with that round is, right, if you're going to commit all 5 players towards the B apartments, if you don't do a rush and the CTs get that kind of control, they start pushing positions, working out, okay, there's no one here, it's definitely a B play here, and you actually haven't got any grenades to take the bomb site, you're going to get mowed down like that. The crossfires come into it, they've got full vision, they're not being isolated whatsoever. Elige did well to get those first 2 entry frags, but he got taken down to low HP, he couldn't really do much more with it, and now they go down to pretty much a full eco here. They have a Tech 9, 2 PT50s, and 1 flashbang with no armor. Neo in the connector area, Snacks getting an opening frag, and this should be a tidy clean up for them now.
It's just a slaughter. The pistol comes out from Neo as they get closer, and then Snacks just pops back up in the window. Pretty straightforward, you have to say.
Right. The money's back in Liquid's favor. They can get a decent buy here. Could get the AWP on Adren as well, but it'd be full glass cannon here. He's going to go for the AK. I think that's a much safer idea here. We talked about VP falling back to the set pieces when they're actually up against the ropes. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw something similar from Liquid going into this round. They just want to try and force a post-plant situation and give themselves that opportunity to clutch around instead of losing the frags. You can see 3 players are heading towards A. Smoke going towards mid, so this is, I'm pretty sure this will be a smoke play, but the CT's pushing up and gaining intel towards middle.
Snack's going to try and do what Elige did. We'll see if he got more success in this position, and they don't even look at it. They drop down into his crosshair as well. Adren straight into the jaws of death. And it's a 2-man advantage again for Virtus Pro. 3 rounds away from wrapping up the series, potentially less if this round continues as is. Nitro and Hiko are going to think better of their positioning as well, too, and start to rotate away from the site, as Snacks is going to go all the way through as well. So the aggression will not stop from the Polish side. And Fugly's got to come back out of the apartments where he was trying to play solo right now and join with his teammate as they reevaluate the situation, because things are not working in their favor. There's 0 map control right now.
Well, what can they even do? They're stuck towards T-spawn. They have 1 player in Palace. Snacks doesn't even look like he's done yet. He's going for another phase, and he should get the kill here. Takes down Nitro as well, and he wants more, and he gets it. Fugly goes down to the headshot of the AK, and Snacks absolutely decimates Liquid there. Fantastic work from him, and just showing that no respect factor we talked about. Once he gets rolling, he just pushes favorable angles, and somehow gets 4 kills there. They should have got taken down. I'm not sure how he survived for so long, but fantastic stuff. And looking at the money towards Team Liquid, they need to make that decision once again, whether they eco this one and go for the map points and try to grind their way back in. But on the T side of Mirage, it's not really as much as a viable option as CT on Overpass.
No, not at all.
So now they will be force buying. Tech9's, Khalil's and an AK going straight towards A once again. All 5 players committed to this execution straight away. This is like the last resort sort of play. The Hail Mary, see what you can do with it and see if it pulls off for them.
So lining up at least 1 smoke Hiko. That drops 2 now on jungle as well, but Snacks flashes himself right back through, and there's a significant amount of smokes. In fact, the 3rd one left Snacks blinded up considerably, and they eventually found him inside of it. Elige follows that up on Taz, but here we go. Neo on the site with the AWP, brings it back, pops out as well. Brilliant shot with the P250 and through the smoke as well on Adren. That was quite pretty, I have to say. Hiko manages to at least knock him down in the end, but it's match and map point for Virtus Pro.
Neo. That
Insane.
Was crazy 5-7 play. Just so confident, running through the smoke, somehow finding that kill on Sandwich as well. Not really sure how that one went down, but now Snacks, we talked about the no respect factor. He's pulled out a Negev. Interesting scenes, man. What do you think about that?
I think it's about to get loud.
Yeah.
Loud and proud by Snacks.
Finishing it off in style, some might say. I would say a little bit bad. Man, he's actually going to change his decision.
Is he going to juggle it, or did he?
Yeah. No, I think he's probably going to
Yeah, okay. He decided against it.
Well, round number 24. This is it. Match point, as you said. T's are going to have 5 rifles with no utility whatsoever. Just pure up guns and see what they can do. Going to get some short control. Snacks open it up. Elise applies.
The alley as well. Getting back into him, though. So 1 in, 1 out just as quickly. Bomb now down on Catwalk and in the hands of Virtus Pro. So Liquid slow start. Decent comeback on CT, but once the money got rolling for Virtus Pro, they were never really in this half either. And Virtus Pro now just have to close this out, making it hard, though. Fugly is going to get Bialy. They still haven't got position to recover this bomb, but 1 more pick, and it comes down to a 2 versus 2, and there's ample time left at their 55-second mark. Hiko all the way pushed through spawn, CT spawn as well, so if he wraps into the A site, if Neo is not looking in that direction, he may just catch him off guard. Is the timing in his favor? Neo considering it, but Hiko spots him, not able to hit the first shot. Neo switches over to the pistol as well because the AWP from that position, all that nade came up just short. From that position, not viable, and Hiko's actually got Pasha instead as he's exposed, and Neo not able to hit that shot with the AWP. Where's Fugly in all of this? Still trying to get closer to that bomb. Eventually does grab it. But they're separated. Hiko, though, picking up yet another kill. So that's 2 in the round, but 2 very important ones as Fugly's escaped and has the option to put the bomb down on the B site. They still have to contend with the fact that Taz has more HP than the 2 of them combined, plus an M4 and a kit. So lots of opportunity. If they play this right, though, with the time and set up the angles, he may not get that far. As he silently worked toward the site, Fugly with his back against the wall. Was he spotted? No, he actually slipped across. Taz didn't spot him up right away, but if he peeks out again, he's going to be in a world of problems because he'll be in the open, and Taz is checking every single corner, but Fugly somehow gets around the corner just in time against him, so now it's all about timing, and Fugly just needs to stay alive. Taz hasn't checked that angle because he's already looked it, and Fugly pops out at the worst possible moment from Taz's perspective.
So we thought that Liquid were out of that round completely, but Hiko going for that long lurk around for CT Spawn, misses the first shot on the steps there. He thought, okay, that's probably the round over now, but somehow bounces back, finds the next kill, and they win the 2-on-1 situation. Very low HP, but set up a nice crossfire, gaining information. They had a good plan down as well. They thought about that plan going into it. Had they had less vision on the bomb, could have been problematic, but now this is where things get really interesting, is the money hasn't been stabilized for Liquid whatsoever, and the double AWP setup is coming out for VP, and you can see that this is the full execution coming in once again from Liquid. Going to be more of a fast play here, it seems. Going to throw the smokes over, flashbangs as well. They're not going to be committing just yet. They just want to see whether that baits in. Snacks pushing it that lower round, but that was a problem for them last round. And the bomb's going to be there as well. You can see one of the T players waiting for the mid push here, and you can now CT's actually going up in B apartments as well, gaining so much information, actually calling the A plays coming in. They're going to rotate and stack up their A bomb site. They know they have full control in terms of information here.
So slow it down, Team Liquid. But look at the problem is Pasha. Again, like you're saying, getting so much information, they're able to push up on this. He'll be able to rotate very quickly as well. And even more to the problem is that Snacks has picked up one, the other op as well. Neo has the other. And as Taz walks in, he'll take down Elige. It's left to just one man remaining. It's Nitro, 1 versus 5. And although they gave a good effort in the last round, is Nitro going to be able to pull this off? Picks up 2. It's not going to be enough. They'll come up just short. And it's 16-9 in the end. So 16-14, 16-9, Virtus Pro take the first series, 2 games to none.